Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 153. Yeah, I actually kind of thought we'd be discussing the last four episodes before I take my break, but due to time, basically that cannot happen. So this one I'm just doing two episodes, 17, 18. 17 is basically all about Black Hair Mask. That's the monster for this one. Yes, apparently this actually is the first monster which the Gorengers actually know about ahead of time because they're formed by Agent 007. And as far as I read, it is a nod to the James Bond. Aside from the nod itself, it's Eagle 007, not, Now, I highly doubt that Toei would have been sued by United Artists because, because it's just number. You can't exactly sue a company over using the numbers 00, like 007. You can't exactly do that at all. Yes, 007 is noteworthy for being the number for James Bond, but this is basically a different agency. I'm sure other agencies probably do use the same thing for their undercover work. In my opinion, it's fine. So, basically, in the case of this one, they're formed by 007 about the existence of Black Hair Mask, who just made his debut just the previous episode. Apparently, the reason why it's called Black Hair Mask is because his hair is literal is one of two things as a weapon. Now, I should also point out though that one thing I've been forgetting to talk about here: a lot of the monsters in this one love carrying around staffs. They love carrying around staffs. And what's a staff for? Black Hair Mask? A freaking comb. Yes, I am not kidding about that. At one point, the cone is damaged by Green Ranger, and it's never fixed. Nope. So, after being defeated by Green Ranger and the Pink Ranger, they proceed to trap those two along with Agent 007 inside a freaking Ferris wheel. Yes. So, and what's their Dash 2 plan aside from that? By turning Japan into a barren desert. Which doesn't happen, by the way. But it's definitely an interesting episode, that one is. Yeah, there's nothing really bad about it, it's just that, wow, Black Hair Mask. And at one point you have it where they get a signal from, the Air 2 and of course the Air 3 come by, and of course last thing like, oh, can't find them. Like, it's like they don't even bother to look for these two at all. Like, they get the signal, they could just look around the park, but nope, they get called away because, excuse me, Black Hair Mask and Sun Halo Mask are attacking a reservoir. Yeah, that's like, wow. Oh, they get out pretty easily. How? Well, they have them to transform, have basically Granger break the window of the Ferris wheel car and bust it open, knock out all the hair, and they fly back to the verb which actually been flown there, being remote control, and they fly basically where they are, and then later on they defeat, Black Hair Mask. In the case episode 18, by the way, the one's called Cyclops Mask. His whole thing, brainwashing children to come to this island base to train to be future assassins for the Black Cross Army. Yep, that is literally the plot of this episode. At one point, Green and Pink Ranger go undercover as, Zoiders, but without masks, surprisingly. Now, the thing is, in case you're curious though, it would seem that the Zoiders keep forgetting what the heck the Gorengers look about their outfits on. Now, clearly, some of them do know who they are, but it seems like half the time the Raiders tend to think that the monsters, maybe because the monsters, some of them haven't seen it now. You would think someone like Sim Halo Mask would recognize these two, but nope. There's no botching of cover at all. At one point, it looked like that Green Ranger was going to think that they've brainwashed. Nope, they're just on the cover. And Blue Ranger might help somebody stop at the commander. Though eventually, that this other thing is set out where they have them basically infiltrate the island via James Bond style with a boat and a dummy, and via scuba diving. Yeah, you're probably thinking, now, is there a James Bond movie that has them scuba dive like this? And it leads to something. Yes, this happened in the opening scene of Goldfinger, which according to Guy Hamilton, the guy who directed the third James movie, he called it a bit of nonsense. In the case of this was actually not nonsense. It was something that's definitely fun. It wasn't pure nonsense, but it was definitely a pretty interesting sight to see. But mostly, probably just basically two agents going to cover, going to scuba diving and basically firing a freaking harpoon gun at one of the Zoiders. Eventually, of course, Cyclops monster. Now, the reason why they're going to cover is to rescue the children, which they do, and then, of course, they get captured again, then they get freed, thanks to the Ranger showing up, and eventually they destroy Cyclops mask. And apparently they take the, like, you imply, excuse me, maybe they took the children back home. No, the episode just abruptly ends them just driving away. I'm like, what about the kids? Good question. But tomorrow we're basically going to cap this off and basically go on to some reading and, well, other stuff. Okay, so that's the episode review, and that's going to be a video tonight because I have no more time to do videos tonight. So tomorrow, expect to see the finale. Well, the last two episodes, we're talking about the last two episodes for Gorenger, Harem Alive in Our World, that will be discussed tomorrow. And that probably it. Just those two videos alone. I got no comic corners to do, so there's that. Okay, next video. Bye.